Why, hello everyone. It's Sunday. How's it going? And it's our morning cup of coffee. This is going to be the first of many videos over the next day and several days and a lot of different topics. Just as a beginning to this video, and I'm going to begin all my videos kind of like this for a little while, which is my YouTube channel. I've been doing this for over 12 years now. Um, I've never received a penny in advertising revenue ever. Um, I'm short watch hours to have this channel be a channel where I can monetize it and where I can make money every time I do these videos in addition to selling products. So I'm going to be doing as many videos as I can nonstop until we get there. I'm like 800 watch hours short. So if you like what I do on this channel and you want to support this, go and watch other videos, watch them in full, like them, do things that will help the channel, and then I'll eventually be able to be monetized. And I'll do more and I'll put more effort into them. Until that happens, I'm just flying blind and doing this along with a million other things, right? So we're going to talk about stock options in this video, and I'm going to make them kind of quick because nobody wants to sit for hours, right? But stock options are really interesting. So this is a file called the Top Stocks Google Sheet that I've created, and it is a visual colored way of looking at stocks historically. And what's interesting about the Top Stocks file is that I haven't done a video about stocks in at least half a year. I mean, maybe even more. Um, Only very, very few do I do. Yet this file, which is linked in many old videos, keeps getting hit, and people keep checking this out. And the reason why is, I mean, I'll tell you why. I have every single company in here and notes on them. So it's basically as if I was um, some type of analyst essentially of stocks, and I've used my years of accounting experience to kind of go through financial statements and make comments. Problem is, I haven't updated this, as you can see, since 2021, and it is August of 2022. And all types of things change, and sentiments change, and companies' positions change. And this takes a lot of work to kind of go through and review. However, whenever I'm talking to my wealthiest friends, they are always asking me about stocks and about stock options. And that can't be a coincidence, right? Everybody who has money kind of wants something to do with it, and the stock market is a place to put it. And if you want to not be as anxious about what's going on in the stock market, then you buy shares of stocks, right? Netflix is not going to 350. Netflix is going to 150 or 200. Uh, the you can hold money in stocks, or you can gamble with it. And a lot of what is on this channel is stuff about gambling. Unfortunately, actually, I don't like that that is the case. And I'm probably going to do something about that and do less gambling related stuff because I don't even gamble that much. But a lot of the algorithms that I create are predictors for gambling. Well, this is the legal stock market, betting on the environment, betting on company type way to gamble legitimately and legally in the market. And it's not just buying shares, it's buying stock options. And options are just a contract. And it's a contract that has an expiration date. So every option you buy is worth something when you buy it. It's worth something all along the period of time before it expires or you sell it. And that's what it is. So don't think of it as a stock that you own indefinitely, that you own. It's not like that. An option is a contract for a period of time. So why would you buy this contract that expires and essentially could expire worthless? Oftentimes they will, when you buy stock options. Well, it's a mathematical way to hedge more money than you have and turn it into more money if something happens in the company that you buy the option on. And I'm going to give you the example that I use, which I believe in. Or you can take my advice or not, but definitely listen to my advice about what happens with stock options. Don't take my advice necessarily on what company to buy, because I'm just like anybody else. I'm going to do my job and try to figure out the best companies and why. But understand that with stock options, there's so much you can do with them that you can just watch the market play the volatility go up and down, and long-term decisions don't mean anything. It's all about short-term buys and sells and making money. So let me just kind of explain how that works. I'm going to use my favorite company, which is Tesla. Tesla is my favorite company because they hire the smartest engineers, and they're revolutionizing the way we travel, the way we interact with machines. They're doing a ton of things I love, and I expect them to only grow. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is that they're also overvalued anyway, because they're trading at so much more than their earnings and everything, that everything's kind of out of whack when it comes to historically how people value companies. The numbers kind of don't mean as much anymore because there's so much money in the system being thrown around every day that you get these, what I call these, beautiful geographic shapes almost of mountains. I mean, this looks like the middle of Colorado. I've seen pictures at Wilkerson Pass, which I will show you in Colorado, that look like this. And this is beautiful when it comes to stock options. Why? Because stock options, if you play them correctly, you get all this energy every time there's more up or more down. Consider that being energy or value of the stock option, either accelerating ridiculously or dropping dramatically. All right. Also, there's a period of time you own the option for. So what you're looking at is a year-long trend in Tesla. Well, oftentimes, if you want to gamble more short term, you're going to be doing options that are like a month or 3 months long. I like to do nothing really less than 3 months if you're really caring about the money. If you're just gambling, you can do stuff that's a week long, even. Well, look at all this, right? Look at this craziness over the last 30 days. That means you could have bought an option a month ago, and this rise in Tesla that you see here would have resulted in, like, you can buy option for $500 down here that's worth $20,000 right here if you're doing a month-long option because of the drastic change in the price of the stock. Now, it goes the other way as well. All right, which is if you buy it when it's high and they go down, if you bought right here and sold right here, you lost almost everything, or completely your option is worthless if you bought what's called a long call option. A call option is saying that the stock is going to go up. A put option is thinking that the stock is going to go down if you buy it along those realms. It's a more complicated description when you really get into it, but that's the basic logic. Calls mean you want the stock to go up. Puts mean you want the stock to go down if you play them that way. So I would always say buy calls on Tesla. Even though they're going to be a really volatile stock that's going to go up and down because a lot of people are going to trade on them. As you can see, like you look over the last year, they're only from here, right here to here. Okay. It's not that much. There were all these peaks and troughs though in between. And that means whenever you thought they were down low, if you bought a call and they went up, you could have made a ton of money here. You could have made a ton of money here. You could have made a ton of money even here, even here, even here. So I'm going to discuss literally Tesla. I did a video series last year from this hot tub. But, oh God, I just spilled coffee on the floor. Luckily I'm outside. I did a video from this hot tub actually talking about Tesla and how I was going to buy a Tesla Cybertruck with the money from Tesla options. That got sidetracked last year. And I didn't buy a ton of, although I had given advice, and people that I given advice to had made tens of thousands of dollars. I necessarily did not. Well, now the Cybertruck is not ready yet. The Cybertruck won't be ready. The reservation I have for it will not be ready until at least the end of next year, or at the earliest, the end of next year. So we have for basically a year to turn some undetermined amount of money into, let's call it $100,000 for the Cybertruck. If I'm going to get the Cybertruck with all the bells and whistles that we want, how are we going to do that? Well, I have numerous people that constantly ask me questions about this, and I'm going to track the advice I give them, and we will discuss this. So right now, for example, Tesla is at 890 a share. They're right here, right? From this year-long chart, you can see that they have potential to go up to here, or even to go up to here reasonably in a short-term amount of time if good news comes out about them, or for whatever reason, if people decide to invest. They've got a semi truck coming out. They've got the Cybertruck eventually coming out. And the reason why I always say buy long calls on them is because they've hired the best engineers. They changed the battery. They have something called a 4680 battery that changes the way electrons flow to make it more efficient and to get longer range and have cheaper production. They are geniuses. I've always said Elon is the only person I know who's smarter than me. They are geniuses. So, I mean, how can you not invest in this company? So if you buy a long call option, all right, this is the advice. I gave advice already about a previous option that went up and down and doubled in value, and I don't even know where it's at right now. It was a September 16th option. We'll take a look at it. But you can buy that same September 16th long call option at $1,000 strike price, I believe for $2,500 right now. I sent a text message to somebody yesterday, and I think that's what it said. We'll double check it, of course, and the value of it changes frequently. But that means it costs $2,500 to have a contract that would allow you to buy 100 shares of Tesla on or before September 16th, 2022 for $2,500 now. Now, what that means, and then we're going to end this video once I explain what that option is saying if Tesla goes above $1,000 a share, every dollar above $1,000 a share they go before September 16th, you still have the option. You get $100 more. Like, so if they're at 1,001, your option intrinsically is worth $100 because you get to buy Tesla at 1,000 and they're at 1,001. So that's how that works, and the value fluctuates frequently. All right, that's it. Good luck, everybody. May all your trades be winning.